What up, what up? Brian and I are checking out another amazing place, Burgers and Fries Forever.
So this whole thing is about us checking out Lord of the Rings, doing Fellowship first.
Yeah, Fellowship of the Rings. So we're doing BFF for Best Friends Forever. But
Fellowship.
Burgers and Fries Forever, and we're gonna be getting onion rings.
The last time I went over there, it was on Bank Street. This isn't the Dalhousie one, and I've never been to this one before.
We're gonna be doing this once a week until we get through the movies.
If we get through the movies.
No way we can do it all in one sitting. So snacks are in order.
Exactly.
And why don't we share our snacks with you? So that's what we're here about.
So let's try the onion rings. This is the chipotle, I believe?
Chipotle sauce. Should we just
or
try
is this
an onion ring straight up?
Yeah, straight up.
Yo, that's good. I don't usually like onion rings. This is good.
This is like a blend between A&W's and Harvey's.
What I really like, and one of the reasons I don't like onion rings so much, it falls apart. That one stays
that's
whole.
not. That's gonna stay.
This one is gonna stay whole.
So
Take a look at that ring. One ring to rule them all.
So they have actually a little chili pepper.
It's Cajun sauce.
Yeah, Cajun sauce on it.
All right, let's try this.
Yep.
Chipotle mayo. That's good. That has some cook.
That spice is really nice on it.
I can already tell I'm gonna like this entire meal.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually really liking the onion rings.
Really liking the onion rings.
I don't even want to try their fries. This is that good.
This is really, and I don't like onion rings.
Garlic sauce is good too.
Garlic and
Wow.
I like that a lot.
That was, I don't know which one I like better.
We got the Hakka chicken burger, and we have the Nashville hot chicken sandwich.
Hakka's for you, Jimmy J.
Yep, they actually use thigh meat for their chicken.
Yeah.
And we'd been talking about that when we were in the restaurant, and we were just
Because nobody else does it.
Here's my friend.
Cheers. Let's go.
Boom. Interesting.
What the?
What's that flavor?
It's got that sweet and sour and spicy flavor to it.
I get hit with the sweet first, the sour right after,
And then the spice
the
at the end.
spice is lingering. Oh,
Oh,
man.
the spice is strong on this one, actually.
Spice is strong.
At the very
It
end.
it creeps up on you. Ooh.
I normally don't like sweet with my chicken, but this is really good. I like the bun as well. It's like the sweet bun to it. And it stayed crunchy.
We really did. The portion is pretty good. I feel pretty good. Like, I think right after this and the onion rings, I'm going to be okay till intermission. I am going to go for the Sapsucker, the lemon one.
And I'm going to do the grapefruit one.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's definitely water. It's flavored water. You know how like usually when you have a juice or something like that, it's like predominantly that flavor? This is just like a hint afterwards.
I can taste that there's no added sugar to it. The flavor is subtle, like most sparkling waters. I would want more fizz. That would be the big thing.
Take another sip of your other one.
Other one?
You got orange?
We could do that at
Yeah,
the end.
and I'm doing lime one.
All right, orange. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like this one.
This actually does taste like lime.
This is really good.
This is really good. What's it called? A Sprite kind of thing?
Yeah.
This is it.
This is like, it tasted a bit like one of those orange popsicles.
So, we're just finishing off with the Nashville hot chicken.
I'm excited for this.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's a bit closer to like a traditional chicken sandwich. Ooh, whoa, that's got hit. Feel that
Didn't hit me
spice?
yet. Didn't hit me.
Yeah, this is a bit more closer to like a traditional chicken sandwich. Like you can see the pickles and stuff in it, like one of those Popeyes ones or something like that. Like everybody's coming up with a sandwich like that, right?
I think we should have did this one first before the Hakka one.
I was thinking that too.
It kind of, like the Hakka one kind of outshined this one.
This one has a bit more of a muted flavor than the Hakka one because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of like sauce. There's a lot of complexity to the flavors. Again, this is like a very simple chicken sandwich. I do like that about it. Like if I was like, oh, I just want something easy. It's a lot easier to handle this sandwich than the last one, right?
Yeah.
The coleslaw is good.
The coleslaw is alright.
Coleslaw is pretty good in it. I mean, like I'm not the hugest fan of pickles, but in this type of sandwich, it does help to cut the heat a bit.
Now the heat's coming to me. Now it's
Right?
good.
I told you, it creeps up on you.
It's probably equal the same spices as the Hakka one. And the sapsuckers actually do really well with this.
Yeah.
Because it really calms the heat down.
Onion rings, bussin'. The Hakka chicken sandwich, bussin'.
Yep.
This one, good. But if you're looking for something really, really flavorful, go for the Hakka.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
They also had some Hakka fries. Remember we saw that? And it's all halal, which I thought was really cool too.
And on to the review. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings, the first one, extended edition. I haven't seen the extended edition.
I had not seen the extended edition. People from our generation, that was a pretty defining movie. And I feel like that's the kind of movie you share with people still that actually has, like, longevity.
This is almost like one of those changing of the guards kind of movies.
Yeah.
Where it uses a lot of the old school transitions from back in the day, like you were talking about, like how they're doing
years ago almost.
Yeah, they were doing like the phasing out, phasing into scenes and stuff like that.
Or there's this shutter effect or like this slow-mo effect.
Yeah,
stuff where I'm like, oh, it reminded me of like old shows.
Yeah, exactly. And then they put in the CGI in it, and you're like, whoa! So this is like kind of the changing of the guards of like how big blockbuster movies are going. So like they had this old school look of how things transitioned. And then they have this new school way of doing movies, basically, with CGI and stuff.
I would say there's a good, like, half hour of extra scenes in there. There was a lot of, like, expanded moments and also just, like, straight-up new scenes.
Yeah.
Like, just dropped in. And a lot of it that we were talking about was, like, more landscape or more, like, filling out the world.
In some ways, because it's 4K, it looks like a moving painting.
Yeah,
it's good. They got that old school kind of thing where they do those painted backdrops and they put in the back, and you're watching it and you're like, whoa, this painting is like moving, and it's like so colorful and everything and so vast, and you're like, wow, this is like, I don't remember this. I really love the art direction with all this stuff. It's very distinct. You know, like a lot of the movies nowadays, because they're all in franchises and stuff like that, I guess Lord of the Rings is a franchise, but like there's a very distinct look to it. Like all the monsters and demons and stuff like that, they look gruesome and whatever, but it's just like it's their own look. You know what I mean? And I find like, I don't know, not all movies, but I just find that there is kind of a template for monster stuff now. And,
drag and drop.
Yeah, and it just feels like this one was like, they really put a lot of thought into the way things looked. And
we were talking about like the different types of orcs that are in the franchise, or in this movie alone.
He was talking about how they're so distinct looking.
There's orcs that you see that are working for Saruman at the beginning before they start digging for the Uruk-hai, which are like bigger orcs.
Yeah.
Man, God, now I'm turning into a Lord of the Rings nerd. Uruk-hais, regular orcs, and then when they're in the was it Moria? In the mine of Moria, there's the goblins, which are another species of orcs that go in like the darkness or something like that. So that was pretty cool. That if you watch and you have that in mind, like they each have different like looks.
One's more powerful than the other.
Yeah, for different reasons.
And that goes to the point of the main topic of the whole Lord of the Rings thing.
So all of the other beings in Middle Earth were all like beefing with each other, fighting because they were all after power or money or all these things. And what was really interesting at the start of this movie is they explained a little more about the Hobbits' life and like how they lived. And one of the things that Bilbo had mentioned in the narration was that Hobbits really all they cared for was food, drink, and smoke.
Yeah.
And like all they were really pursuing was just like a happy and healthy life. And I think that that's why it took so much out of other beings, the ring, because it perpetuated their like evil instinct for greed. And all hobbits really wanted was food. At the end of the day, their biggest motivator in life was just food.
Yeah. No individual is insignificant. Like the whole thing is about, you know, like you can't look down on anybody because everybody has some sort of significance to the story.
They play a part.
Yeah, so like...
Even Gollum.
Yeah, even Gollum. So like the thing is, everybody is like proud and whatever of who they are, like orcs, elves, humans.
Dwarves especially.
Yeah, dwarves. They're all, you know, egotistical in some sort of way.
Except for hobbits.
But hobbit people don't look up to hobbits. They think of them as lower beings, right? Yeah. So it comes to a surprise that Frodo is the one that's to be saving the world because he's a hobbit, right? But then Frodo has friends that aren't even like
More hobbity than him.
Yeah, they're even supposed to be even less significant, but they're actually very, very vital to this adventure because
Samwise.
if it wasn't for them, he wouldn't be able to do it.
No, there's more conversation around Aragorn and his unwillingness to want to take the throne in this version as opposed to past versions of Fellowship, because you don't really get that conflict of him being like, I don't really want it until like the second or the third one, right?
Yeah, they do some what's it called, foreshadowing of certain things that are going to come up later on.
Yeah.
And those that are fans will come to appreciate a lot of the extra scenes because those, like earlier on, they had this thing where those 3 ogres, those stone ogres.
Yeah.
They constantly talk about that, and that was in The Hobbit, and then there was in the story in the beginning with what's his name, Bilbo, and then later on they're in that split place, and there's the ogres that are in stone, and it's just like it comes full circle. It's like almost 2 hours for the first disc of it, and then that's another 2 hours for. There's an actual intermission.
It's like a good. I mean, like already Lord of the Rings is a little over 3 hours long, so you're adding an extra half an hour. Like there's some really cool moments. I think in this version. I would say if you've never seen the movies before, you've never read the books before, and you're like brand new to this idea of like, oh, I want to watch the Lord of the Rings, because watch the theatrical versions first. I would say that, like, watch the 3 theatrical versions, because this is like more if you're a fan of the Lord of the Rings.
And let us know, have you seen Fellowship of the Ring? Are you even a fan of Lord of the Rings? It'd be interesting to see what you guys think of Lord of the Rings. And we love it. We love the freaking franchise, but...
Are we mixing this in with the food video?
Yeah, I am.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah. I didn't know that was going to happen.
That's why I'm doing it.
I thought they were going to be 2 separate videos.
No. I've put into them, both of them together.
Well, then to add on to that, do you guys like this segment where Brian and I watch a movie and then eat food? And if so, do you have any other themed movies and food choices that we could do in the future that aren't Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, we're trying to.
You know what I mean?
We're trying to figure out how we can like mix the food with the movie.
Because we're already doing that. We're already hanging out. And we're already like eating food.
Yeah, makes things a little more interesting. So I'm gonna try and flip it up for 2022.
Boom! You get 2 reviews in 1.
Yeah, exactly.
2 for 1.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Peace.